Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another player analysis, and we're going to dive deep into the Melbourne and Collingwood game from yesterday. One of my biggest concerns outside of team structure and how we got battered in the contest, that's fine. Like, it happens, right? It's one of those games, massive clash, big game for Melbourne, big game for Collingwood. Melbourne brought the heat. When they're at the best, they are an elite contested possession side, and they really gave it to us in that category yesterday, but we still managed to get the win. Great. My issue is, and it's been an ongoing issue, this is not a knee-jerk reaction, okay? This is talking about our skipper, Darcy Moore. I don't want to look at the stats this year. I don't want to talk about the improvements defensively as a team. I'm worried about the clutch moments that Darcy Moore finds himself within late in the game, in the back half, or out in our D50, more importantly. Further up the ground, he's a little bit more assured in his decision-making, but I just think there's something missing from the mental aspect side of things in his game at the moment, within his decision-making, within his confidence and ability to make the right decision in crucial moments. It's something that we've seen time and time again in 2024. We've seen it. We saw it in many moments yesterday, which we're going to highlight, and we saw it in 2024 as well, like I just mentioned. We've lost 2 games this year. That game against Geelong, I would argue there was that moment in the fourth quarter, which we will talk about in this and show you in this video, that in part cost us the game as the skipper of the side. So anyhow, we'll talk about the nitty-gritty of it as we go through this video. So let's get started. This one here, just a little one. So Darcy Moore gets from D50. What Collingwood have done so well this year is to use these players here. You can see that clearly there is an outnumber, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 to 3, 6 to 3, if you want to call it that. And that gives us a chance to work it up the ground by handball use, right? Rather than bombing it long, which is really rudimental, isn't it? He ends up kicking it long. He shanks it. It doesn't really go to anyone. It sort of just trickles out here. So just a little one there, okay? Early in the game still. Isaac Quaynor, great effort here just to stay within the contest. Quaynor was exceptional. Great. This hand pass is unbelievable, but it's not about him today. Darcy Moore fumbles, and that's all it takes, really, just to create pressure to the next player in the chain in Dan Houston. What have we got here? One of his biggest issues, I'm not sure if we're going to see it in this moment here, but one of his biggest issues, Darcy Moore, and it's maybe he can take some lessons from Jeremy Howe, is his spoiling. Where he chooses to spoil, the amount of purchase he gets on the spoil. This is something that it just needs to be in an all-Australian caliber defender's wheelhouse, and it doesn't seem like he has it. But this might be a positive moment. Let's see. Just spikes at it. I don't know. It does the job, but it's not a decisive, affirmative decision in spoiling that ball. He just spikes it. I don't know what it is, but it's a common trend as well. It's not like it's one instance. Here we go. This is in the third quarter. This is probably where the stretch gets a bit ugly. Darcy Moore and Harrison Petty. Yes, Petty has the optimal position here, but I feel like Darcy Moore needs to know that there's a third man coming in Harry Perryman to affect this contest here. He doesn't give Perryman the opportunity because he grabs Petty way too early. Gives away the free kick. Pez had that covered. Anyways, okay, so we got Darcy Moore here on Petty again. What do we see here? Just to look, call me critical, but I just Jeremy Howe's not spoiling that into the corridor. You know what I mean? Putting Sidey under the pump. I just don't think that happens. What do we got here? Again, we all know what happens here. So just so we're wondering, right? Fritsch gets this wherever he is. Fritsch gets this. Where is he? Yeah, Fritsch gets this. Pendles, I think, is sort of just ball watching. How he's doing the right thing to get front and center. It just goes straight. Yeah, the spoil is straight down the throat of Bailey Fritsch. I mean, yes, it was a contest. It was difficult. It's just something that happens over and over again, though. That's not skipper material. Here, late in the game, goes to punch it. Mate, the guy, he goes to punch it. He doesn't even try to mark it. It just fortunately falls into his arms. He actually got Falcon, but that's not what that is part of why I'm talking about this one here. But what about this, okay? Give the ball to the guy who we trust the most, especially late in the game. You've got that, okay? Maybe he gets the ball in Josh Dacos and he can look corridor. Darcy Moore ends up going long into a contest where Max Gawn is. I don't think we get to see it, but give it. Look how much he wants it. Just give it to him. Trust him. Trust that Josh Dacos will make the right decision like he did most of the game. Yeah, he goes long. And I don't even think Darcy Cameron was there. All right. So what we're going to see is here, we're going to see Cozzy Pinger gets in front of Pendlebury. We're not going to show that because it's a violation. And look, it's just it's a mismatch in speed, unfortunately. But the error starts here. Look, once again, he's coming in from behind. But what is he? If you come out like that, and you get into an aerial contest, you need to have an impact. It's a soft drop, it's a handball forward, and it's a goal. Little things, guys. Little things like this. These are moments, guys. These are moments in a row, by the way, throughout the course of the third and fourth quarter. I tried to include some really positive moments here from Darcy. Does really well. It's a 2v1. If that doesn't go out, it's a goal. So a really important moment from Darcy there. This one here, I mean, take your pick on who you want to criticize, but watching back on the replay from a different angle, why isn't Darcy Moore trying to kill that? I think he almost tries to take a mark on the line, but there's also Billy and Darcy there, so I just wanted to include that as well. And just to refresh you guys on that Geelong game, late in the game, we're up. This is to tie the game. All right, I understand where he is right now, Darcy Moore. He has a decision to make. He probably can't rush it from here. He will get done for it. But what is this? I just think he needs to be wiser with his decision making. All right, captains don't make. I know it's contradictory. I was about to say captains don't make this type of mistakes, but Max Gawn made the mistake that he did in the last quarter. But that's a rarity from Max Gawn, and he is a ruckman anyways. I just feel like Scott Pendlebury wouldn't make that mistake. Nick Maxwell wouldn't make that mistake. Captains of the past at the Collingwood Football Club. Where is the 2023 Darcy Moore version? I don't know what his stats are this year. They're probably better than last year. He's better forward of centre half, but in the defensive half, it's a concern. He is our least important key defender right now. When he is not played, we have not struggled without him. As long as Billy Frampton and Jeremy Howe keep turning up, we'll be sweet. But this is a concern. I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section. But I'm adamant, and I will die on the hill that this is not what we want or need from Darcy Moore right now. Go Pies.